CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. And the Clippers starting five. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Griffin in at the 4. Now here's Harden. Over Beverley. Harden can't hit. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Cousins finds Leonard. It's George on the wing. Kicks it out to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. On the left block, here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now here's Harden. Outside for Jordan. Shot clock at 3. The shot's good from Griffin.
This is what you want out of your offense. A high percentage look for Blake Griffin.
George looking over the floor. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Leonard, the pass to Beverley. Sinks the three-pointer.
Strong three-point shooter throughout his career. Can't afford to allow Beverley much room from out there.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's George after the made shot from KD. Outside, George. Pass to Beverley. Dishes to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Beverley missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. The shot's good from Irving.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
George dishes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Down low, here's George. Buries it down low.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Now here's Harden. Over Beverley, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
And George kicks to Beverley. Now the pass to Cousins. Out to Ibaka. Now here's Beverley. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Pass to Durant. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Here's Leonard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Harden surveying the D. Pass to Durant. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. Over Jackson. Here's Durant. He feeds it to Jordan. Harden outside. Takes the three. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team. Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Durant finds Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
George with the ball. Here's Mann. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Brooklyn. Let's take a quick... Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Sometimes you have a quarter where everything just goes according to plan. Superb start to this game for them.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard.
With a smile on Blake's face, it looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Los Angeles, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the technical free throw is good. Green, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. And here's Morris for 3. Here's Zubac. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Brooklyn trailing, and they're moving it up. A finish. They kick it out to Green. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And stolen by Jordan. Outside, Green. Here's Brown. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Brown's got his first basket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. He dishes it to Jordan.
And I like the fact.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Brooklyn has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
When Jackson can't get all the way to the rim, this is his go-to. Shoots for a decent percentage from mid-range.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. It's Kennard. Top of the key. Misses the 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And here's Harris from the arc.
Come on.
Lobs it up for Jordan. The shot comes out.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Right side, Leonard. Fade away. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Harden. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
He's a hard guy to knock off balance. Blake Griffin taking the hit and staying in rhythm.
And the rejection by Harden. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And finished off by Leonard.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Harden kicks to Irving. It's good. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Clippers trail. Here's Beverley. Outside, George. And Ibaka slams it in.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Irving with a clean look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter. George dishes to Beverley. Back to George. From past the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And here's Harden. On the wing, Irving. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Outside, George. The shot from the low post is good. George has got 9.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Ibaka outside. That's tipped. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. 1:46 left to play here in the third. With a step back, KD can't get it to go.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Morris, no good. Nets leading by 3. Here's Green. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense there from Jackson. 1:16 left to play in the third. The shot's good from Kennard.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
Now Irving. He's got 10. Clock at 6. KD with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Jackson. The pass to Kennard. For the lead. No good on that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
It's a pick your poison situation with KD. You can't give him space, but he's got the handle to go right by you.
Kennard for 3. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Irving up top. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Tremendous form on the jump shot. One of the reasons Kyrie's so consistent with it.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Brooklyn leading by 4. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Jordan, no good. Clippers trail by 4, and they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Tipped away. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. Timeout called, the Nets. James Harden. He's checked in for Brooklyn. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Launches it. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Harden against George. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Kept alive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Passes it to Morris. To tie it up. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dinwiddie kicks to Harden. Off target from outside. And stolen by Jordan. Harden against George. Shoots off the step back. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Outside Leonard. And an intentional foul right there. Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the Clippers with a change here too. Beverly's checked in. And George kicks to Beverly. And Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
Now, here is Irving. Feet away. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. In transition. Here come the Nets. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter. Harden against George. Harden with it. Here's Griffin. Jordan trying to free himself up. The shake goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
When you are dealing with DeAndre, you just have to wrap him up sometimes and hope he misses because he is one of the most powerful players in the league.
Zubats is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 8. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to George. Over Harden. Los Angeles with another miss. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 30% from the field here in the 4th. Outside Irving. From the corner. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
There's 25 seconds left in the game. Harden against George. Here is Harden. 6 to shoot. Oh, Griffin in position. Stolen by George. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. Filling out the middle. And for Brooklyn, Griffin is out there with Jordan. And it's Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. So the Bucks win the tip. Now here is Holiday. Giannis outside. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Passes to Lopez. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Lets the three fly. Hits it from three-point range. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Here's Holiday. James Harden picking up that last basket. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bucks shooting their first free throw this game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Middleton improving his game, improving his confidence, coming back after injury, and working to become better.
Brooklyn with the ball. Irving drives in. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here is Holiday. Irving with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands could be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Here's Holiday. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Now here's Durant. Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Here's Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Makes it off the glass. Middleton's got 6.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Middleton did just that and sunk the shot despite getting roughed up a bit.
Harden outside. There's the 3. Here's Griffin. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. And the jam by Harden.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here is Holiday. To the inside. Here's Giannis. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here's Portis after the made shot from KD. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets leading by 4. Outside for KD. To the left wing. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here is Forbes. No good with the triple. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
There's the pass to Claxton. From deep three-point range. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Green. He's out there with Brown, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Claxton with the bucket.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here is Holiday to the middle. Here's Connaughton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Irving. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Brown finds Green. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Portis. Here's Connaughton. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Claxton. That's tipped. Here's Connaughton. Dinwiddie covering. Outside Holiday. From downtown. They get the rebound. Portis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Griffin. Shoots over Tucker. And that one's good. Griffin. And the Nets lead by 3. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will. So Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close. I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Teague following the bucket by the Nets. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Harden. Look at that.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Teague bounce pass. Here's Portis. Brooklyn with the rebound. On the wing, Brown. Teague covering. Brown kicks to Harden. 1:07 left in the first half. Puts it up from 15. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo to the paint. Here's Teague. Pass to Portis. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. Back to Portis. Antetokounmpo against KD. Connaughton passes to Portis. And that one drops for him. Portis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brown. Now, here is Harden. He's got 8. Stolen by Middleton. Now the Bucks moving it up. Middleton leading the charge.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Harden surveying the D. 3 seconds left, and the jam by Harden.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Focus from Chris Middleton like he'd been there before. I don't know if he saw the defense. The result.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world played this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward.
How about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court and then right to the rim.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets leading by 3. And KD throws it down.
I like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And Giannis throws it down.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Harden with it. He's got 10. Outside Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
I love the confidence from Jordan. All of his shots are going to come from the paint, so he should be confident when he's got the ball there.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Griffin. Good. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here is Harden. He's got 10. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Teague, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And here is Teague. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Loads it up for Giannis. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Griffin passes to Dinwiddie. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Lays it up and banks it in. That's 10 points for Giannis.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Passes it to Griffin. Back to Dinwiddie. Kicks to Brown. Puts it up from 15. A putback. Lopez grabs the board. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. The score now all even. Giannis has got 10 points in just the second half.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Teague against Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. And now we've got the intentional foul. So for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. And that one's good by Giannis.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Irving surveying the floor. Inside. Goes up. Here's Durant. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, life's not fair, right? I mean, that is unfair. You do everything you can to contest Durant's shot, and it turns up to be an up fake instead. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Green, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harden against Teague. And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler. Absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Teague surveying the D. And Tucker has it in the corner. Back to Teague. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Brooklyn. And that's an intentional foul. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Harden with it. Picked up by Portis. They kick it out to Green. The pass to Irving. 5 to shoot. Tries yet again. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Portis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Holiday. The tray.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Middleton on the wing. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Bucks lead by 2.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Timeout called, the Nets. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Durant subbed in for Harris. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Holiday surveying the floor. Middleton for 3. The rebound by KD. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Irving over Holiday. Yes! And the foul. That one is on Holiday.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game. And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Giannis outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Here's Harden, and there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Irving. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Pass to Giannis. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And that one's good, Irving.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. And foul on the... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harden the pass to KD. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. There's the lob, and Kumbo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden outside.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Outside Holiday. That shot off.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And looking at the Nets, Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, then it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Passes it to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Harden dishes to Durant. Shoots from the elbow. Harden's shot is off.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Lillard outside. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. This one for three. The shot by KD. No good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Now here's Lillard. To the inside. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Nurkic can't hit. The Nets on offense. Irving, good.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Nurkic against Jordan. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Durant, no good. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Harden against Lillard. On the wing, Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 5 now.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter, and he is a gifted scorer, folks.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Portland trailing here. McCollum right side. Takes it out to Covington. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. McCollum dishes to Kanter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Harden surveying the D. Jordan high post. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And the pass to Kanter. Five on the clock.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Griffin's checked in for Jeff Green. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Zach Collins checked in for Powell. Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McCollum. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock. And he comes up with the deuce.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Harden has a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game, we talked about that with him.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Brown. Green is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Kanter, high post, shoots over Dinwiddie. Kanter's shot is off. The Nets with the lead. For three, Harris connects from three-point range.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
McCollum passes to Collins. Back to McCollum. From deep. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Dinwiddie outside. Outside, Green. Back to Dinwiddie. Step back shot. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's McCollum with the drive. Lobs it up for Anthony. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard against Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, and Damian Lillard good for the three. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Durant drawing the double team. Dinwiddie passes to KD. And the Nets miss again. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Lillard against Green. Lillard, right side. The alley-oop layup, very well done. Nurkic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Down low, taken away by Anthony. Lillard with no one around. Dives for it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards is really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. Lillard outside. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. The kick out to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
No.
Oh, what a dunk!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Lillard against Harden. From deep. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And stolen by Lillard. That shot missing, and that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted a series of critics, they say. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And there's the feed to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. That shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Nurkic the pass to Simons. For 3. The rebound by the Nets.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Over Irving. Durant against Powell. And that one goes long.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Irving can't get it to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Jordan against Nurkic. Pass to Simons. Stolen by Harden. KD on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Irving kicks to Harden. The three. And there's KD. That's good on the assist from Harden. And now a 6-point Nets lead. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pass to Nurkic. Shot to stop the run. Portland again missing. Nets leading by 6. Outside Irving. Here's the three. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Griffin's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Dinwiddie against Lillard. Passes it to Brown. On the wing, Harris. 4 on the shot clock. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Durant, also Green out there, and it's Brown in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Back to KD. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Shoots over Lillard, and it's off the back rim. No good. Trailblazers trail by 9. It's Covington on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Portland. Here's Dinwiddie. The pass to Durant. Back to Dinwiddie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lillard scanning the floor. Three-pointer. Covington kicks to Lillard. Fires the three. They get it back. Cantor. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Lobbed up there for KD. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now Durant. Pass to Claxton. Brown outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Lillard from outside buries the long-range jumper.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. Pass to Green. To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. They kick it out to Green. Off target with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Covington, the bounce pass. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets leading by 3. There's Green with the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Harden against Lillard. From deep three-point range. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Cantor comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Zach Cowan subbed in for Robert Covington.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Harden against Lillard. Harden to pass to Jordan. Brown with it. He kicks to Harden. To the middle. Brown outside. And here's Harden. Lets it go with the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Lillard against Harden. From deep. Lillard misses. Lillard against Green. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for great. Los Angeles, California. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Griffin. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now, here is Harden. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Outside Irving to the inside. Jordan kicks to Irving. 5 to shoot. Over Beverley. And it's Irving missing.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
George finds Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, it's important to get points any way you can, and Ibaka's turned himself into a good free throw shooter. When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Durant dishes to Irving. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard attacking. And it's sent back by KD.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here is Ibaka. On the wing, George. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Durant. Griffin, no one around him. And KD is right there.
Fantastic time, and Durant able to beat everyone to the ball, then goes right back up.
Leonard looking over the floor. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here is Harden. Irving with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And the Nets making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Irving passes to Green. They get it again. Back to Irving. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Harden dishes to Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. No good from outside. Clippers leading by 5. From deep, George drains the three-pointer. George has got 6.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Harden can't hit.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Mann passes to Leonard. Here's Mann, defended by Durant. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got a time.
Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Outside, George. Durant with the steal. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. And then Durant with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Now here's Leonard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 1. Jackson against Dinwiddie. That one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Zubac kicks to Jackson. And there's the pass to Mann. Inside, out to Morris. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. And Durant subbed in for Joe Harris. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Then for the Nets, Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Kevin Durant.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Out to Morris. Over Green. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here are the Nets. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Here's the break. Here's Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Timeout called, the Nets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Outside, Green. Back to Dinwiddie. Rebounded by Jackson. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Mann. Pass to Zubats. A second chance effort. Here's Mann. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kennard on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Zubats. Brown outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kyrie Irving comes in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Irving dishes to Harden. Back to Irving. Harden outside. He feeds it to Jordan. He gets that one.
You really have to hit DeAndre if you want to prevent him from scoring sometimes. He is just so strong down there in the paint.
Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Green. And Durant subbed in for Bruce Brown. Free throw good, Jordan. Clippers trail by 4. Beverly finds Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
George against Harden. On the wing, Irving. Back to Harden. The offensive rebound. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 5 points so far.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
Outside Leonard. And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
And a close game. So thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better? And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Baca is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Durant against Leonard. Banked in off the glass. KD's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
And right there, KD inside, pretty stealth for a near 7-footer.
Clippers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. George passes to Beverly. Back to George. And Durant sends it back. It's deflected. Up the floor. And finished off by Griffin.
Blake Griffin's teammates have to say wow, because they get the chance night in and night out to see something fantastic.
Harden against George.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly, and the Nets making a change here as well. Dinwiddie's checked in, and Los Angeles with some changes. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. And a change for the Nets. Irving's checked in for Dinwiddie. Pass to Harden. Now here's Jordan. There's the pass to KD. From outside the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. There's the dish to Leonard. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's Leonard missing.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Irving kicks to Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Cousins over Irving. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Harden against George. Harden the pass to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
The mobility of Kevin Durant, showcase right there. So smooth getting to the rim.
Outside Leonard. And Jordan sends it back. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Jordan dishes to Irving over Beverly. Here's Jordan. Outside, Green. The second effort. The kick out to Brown. Fires from deep. That doesn't go either for Green. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. That three off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. 46 seconds left in the third. Here's Jordan. It's deflected.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
Leonard with the bucket.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Here's Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Durant. Durant drawing the double team. And the wide open shot from Green. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 8.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it? You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Ibaka for 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. The third quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn ahead, up 6. We'll be back shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Harris, also Green out there, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Back to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Mann. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for Green. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Looking to get back on track here, and the shot is good. And the Nets lead by 4.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Here's George, and it's blocked. Stolen by George. Morris outside. The 3 ball. The Clippers rebound. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Morris passes to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Los Angeles with another miss.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And so they foul intentionally. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Harden inside the 3-point line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Dinwiddie outside. Oh, Griffin in position. He doesn't hit that one. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. KD passes to Jordan. Harden has a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
George up top, guarded by Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cousins trying to free himself up. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nets leading by 7. Harden outside. 1:03 left to play here in the 4th. From deep. And the Nets another 3.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Brooklyn.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Jordan.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Finds Jordan.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
No good from Durant. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So it's time for the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. So the Nets starting five. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. Now here is Holiday. Feeds it to Lopez. The shot, no good. Good D by Jordan. Here's Irving. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
Well, that break started by Jordan Steele. Long arms helping to get into the passing lane.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And Giannis throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Harden against Middleton. Down low. And Lopez throws it down.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Harden finds Irving. Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. Nets with a new shot clock. Oh, Griffin in position.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Durant. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Pass to DiVincenzo. To the paint, deflects the pass, and to Tecumbo. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Harden against Holiday. Outside for Jordan. Lets it go from deep. And Lopez pulls it down. The Bucks trail. Down low. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And the jam by Harden.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Now DiVincenzo. A baseline J, and the jumper is on the mark.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Irving looking over the floor. Oh, Griffin in position. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. No good there. The Bucks go the other way with it.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Passes it to KD. For the 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Stolen by Durant. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Yeah, it's funny. You talk about players using their body to get into the lane. Kevin Durant using his arms to get into the lane starts the break.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday inside the line. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Outside Holiday. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's and we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Harris, also Green out there, and it's Claxton in at the center. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. The shot's good from Forbes.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Now here's Dinwiddie. To the inside, Claxton. Yep, that one goes.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here is Forbes. The pass to Portis. Here's Connaughton. 6 to shoot. Pass to Forbes. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. Green deciding where to go with it. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Portis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. The Nets shooting 47%, pretty solid. Dinwiddie outside. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Misses from close range. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Forbes can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. To the middle. Here's Claxton. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Tucker's got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Forbes can't get it to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Brown, out to Harris. From deep. And the 3 ball is good. And it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Outside Holiday. Portis in the post. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Claxton. Rebounded by Tucker.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Connaughton. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Portis kicks to Holiday. Can they get it? And the layup is good.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's... And that'll do.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. In transition, here come the Nets. Durant's got the ball. Here's Jordan. Outside, KD. Jordan trying to free himself up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
Griffin with the steal. Now it's Griffin running. Here we go. Sailing in. And contact on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A great feed by the center. Lopez is a solid passer, maybe one of the better passing fives in the league.
Harden outside. Durant in the corner. Steps back and fires. It's good on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Outside Irving. Back to KD. The Nets working the ball around now. KD on the wing. And here's Harden for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton looking it over. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Green's checked in. Outside, KD. And that one is good.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Outside Holiday. Dishes it to Middleton. Giannis high post. Back to Middleton. Here's Giannis. No good off the front iron. Nets leading by 11. Harden dishes to Jordan. And here is Durant. He's got 8. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Green, no luck. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The Bucks shooting here about 46% for the game. And Giannis throws it down.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Holiday against Harden. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Jordan. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all. up close.
Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And a miss there on the triple. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll get right back to the action. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Now, here is Irving. G right on him. Outside Jordan. He kicks it to Brown. And the wide open shot from Green. Offensive rebound. That one's not going to go. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Forbes. Great D that time from Green.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Dinwiddie left side. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Milwaukee with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Forbes dishes to Middleton. The 3. Forbes can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Irving with the ball. Fires the 3. The rebound by Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. 8-point game. Misses in close. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Now, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
Middleton is doubled. Passes to Tucker. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. And James Harden subbed in for Irving.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Outside Griffin. Shoots the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, an aggressive Antetokounmpo is a good thing for this team. Taking it in with force to the rack and getting the foul.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Harden against Holiday. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Bucks trail by 8. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Holiday finds Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Nobody near Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Staying confident in the paint. Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
Brooklyn leading by 6. bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside for Durant. From the arc. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And just how easy is that for KD? It's just amazing, effortless, elevating, and keeping his balance. Another triple.
And the pass to Antetokounmpo. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Good size and the ability to carve out space. Lopez battling on the rebound.
Harden scanning the floor. Oh, Griffin in position.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
We love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Outside Durant from deep. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No mistake about it. Middleton rising up that time for a vicious dunk.
Harden against Holiday. Now, here is Harden. Not a lot of room. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Irving. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Nets picking up the win. A truly, David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Griffin, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan, and it's Durant in at the three, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the five, roaming the paint. Now here's Lillard. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Now Irving. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
Yeah, and I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
And on the way from Irving for three. Durant down low. Guarded by Powell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard against Harden. Steps back and fires. And it's Lillard again missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now Lillard following Durant's three-point attempt. Portland again missing.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And a wide open look for Irving. And Griffin stays with it.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Now, here's Lillard. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Irving. Here is Durant. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, Portland grabs the miss.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And the basket by McCollum.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
The Nets with the lead. Irving double team. The pass to Durant. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Portland, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Lillard finds McCollum. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Lillard from outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lillard's got 6.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Bangs home the trifecta. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Now here's Lillard. He has 6. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And on the way from Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
3-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
From deep, Harden gets it to go from beyond the arc. 6 points for him.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pumpkin.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Harden surveying the D. Irving for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nets out in front. They're up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and they've had a great start from beyond the arc as well. The three-point shot seems to be in rhythm.
Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Durant. Over Anthony. No good from Durant. Trailblazers trail by 3. Three-pointer. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Enes Kanter. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
The wide open look for Durant. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Dinwiddie passes to Green. He's looking for Dinwiddie and finds him. Back to Green. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And Collins has got the ball here for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. Lets it go from deep. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Hands it from downtown.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Brown. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. There's the lob to the hoop. Claxton no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Portland leading. Oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. He can't get that one to fall.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Portland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. KD against Anthony. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. They get it back. Kanter kicks to Collins. Launches a 3. And McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got a pair of triples in the second now for Portland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Brown the pass to Claxton. High post, KD. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Nets, Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Brown.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard from deep three-point land. Kicks it out to Covington. Pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range. From deep. The Trailblazers rebound. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Lillard. Offline with his three. Doesn't go for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Trailblazers lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet. Wait. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They're in better shape now than they were at one point when they trailed by 8. They turned. And that should do it with this.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Griffin is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Irving in at the 2. Portland leading by 7. From deep three-point range, a rebound by the Nets. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Steps back and shoots. Griffin, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 6.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Lillard against Harden. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Yeah, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Harden outside. Outside, KD. Dishes it to Harden. Back to Durant. Good on the bucket.
Boy, being able to score from any place on the court makes Durant a space creator for his team. I mean, it's not just inside. It's not just threes. It's that mid-range game, too.
And, Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. From the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Harden against Lillard. Durant down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for C.J. McCollum. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Portland leading by 5. Lillard looking around. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 18 points.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
inside. It's stolen by Anthony. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. Lillard fires away from way outside. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it to Lillard. Buries it from three-point range. And now an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Lillard against Harden. Looking to end the run. They grab their own miss. Brown outside. Irving passes to Harden. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 8.
And you want the ball in Harden's hands when the clock is low. He's cool under pressure and can get you a good shot.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. Lillard again missing. Nets trail by 9. And here's Irving. Outside for Griffin. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard from outside. Again the miss by Lillard. Irving with the ball. 6 points for him. This one for 3. The shot will not fall. And so it's Portland in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Anthony out there with Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Powell for 3. Out to Anthony. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Lillard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Goes up, and Harden with the stuff.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Now the pass to Simons. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Claxton the pass to Harden. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers leading by 7. Passes it to Simons. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Lillard's got 15 points here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Irving. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Simons. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Out to the right wing. Back to Lillard. From deep 3-point range. And it's Lillard again missing.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Pass to Nurkic. Fires from the wing. Offensive rebound. Lillard dishes to Carmelo. Powell, no one around him. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that one's good, Irving.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Lillard from outside, and it's Griffin with the rebound.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else. This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Pass to Lillard. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Good on the triple. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Trailblazers.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Irving for three. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. On deep. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard fires away from way outside. And no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Brown, right side. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
The pass to Simons. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Harden has a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so it's Portland winning this one, even early on. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.